book besties, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cayenne and this is Cayenne is Booked, and today we are going to be talking about my December hopefuls. If this is your first time on my channel and you're just finding this video, I am a huge mood reader, but I still want to be a part of like making a list of books that I would like to read, because any book that I put on a hopefuls list, I absolutely want to read. I'm just not guaranteeing that I'm gonna read in that month, because I really just like to read what I feel like reading when I feel like reading it. And that doesn't always align with the list that I start at the beginning of the month. But I still keep making these videos because I'm thinking maybe there's gonna be one month that I get really close to finishing the entire TBR, or I actually finish it. So we are hopefully going to finish these books in the month of December. So the first one is My Throne of Glass reread. I'm reading and annotating. I am about, where am I? I'm about 60 pages in. I haven't put the tabs on yet. I've been marking, and then I was just gonna add the tabs later when I needed like a break from the reading. So for those of you who don't know, or you don't know me, or you didn't follow me previously on Instagram, this is my favorite Sarah J Maas series. It's the first Sarah J Maas series I ever read. I still love ACOTAR. I still love Crescent City, but there is really just something about this cast of characters. This my hair's messing over here. Okay. There's just really something about this cast of characters and this female main character specifically, and this story and the journey that they go on, that I'm just absolutely obsessed with. I am reading the entire Sarah J Maas verse in publication order in anticipation of Crescent City number 3. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I will not be reading Crescent City number 3, Flame and Shadow, Shadow and Flame, whichever way it goes. I will not be reading it when it first releases, so I'm putting no pressure on myself for the reread. This is a story of an assassin who is summoned to speak to the crown prince because there is going to be like a competition that's put on to find Ardalan's assassin. Am I saying that correctly? I think I am. Finding the assassin. So we meet Selena Sardathian, and she is going to be the crown prince's contender in the championship of assassins, I guess is the best way to say it. Obviously probably a little bit more than that, as you can probably guess, but there is just a level of obsession I have for the series, and the female main character and the male main character, her fated mate, that I don't think I'm ever gonna get over. So also Hopeless by Elsie Silver. I'm a couple chapters in, so I am hopeful that I'm gonna finish it this month. This is a very hyped release. I wanted to read it the weekend of the release. Mixed reviews came out, and then I got stressed, and I just haven't pushed forward yet. So I'm trying to kind of like let it all die down. But also too, like, I have a reading vlog, which I've mentioned in like almost every single one of these wrap-ups, and hopefuls list, but I have a reading vlog, and I'd really like to get out before 2023 ends, so I am gonna finish Hopeless by Elsie Silver. Next up is Her Lone Wolf by Paige Tyler. This is my library copy. This is book 2 in the X-Op series. So this is a shifter romance series where a shifter and a human are paired up, and the human's there to help support the shifter as like they solve crimes that are difficult for humans to solve, and they're also there in the event that the shifter goes too far or is found out and has to be eliminated. I'm trying to find the best way to say that. So basically this is a situation of they used to be partners, both at work and romantically involved. Something happens, she suddenly leaves. He is absolutely devastated and heartbroken because he doesn't let people in very easily because of his past, and she just like walks away from him, right? So 2 years later, they are partnered back up again. She works for the FBI at this point. He still works for the company that they used to work for. I don't think it says it on the back. Oh, Department of Covert Ops. And so they partner up to help deal with a shifter serial killer that is murdering people in the city that she works in, and they're reunited. And I'm about halfway through at this point. I'm listening to the audiobook. So having a really good time with this. Definitely a series that I would recommend. After that, I would like to begin reading All the Lies by Rena Kent. So this is the next duet for my Rena Kent backlist reading adventure. Yeah, there we go. So this is the last one that I have. I mean, this is the next duet that I have to read. So this is a new adult. This follows two characters. They're enemies. And all I really know is that there's a fire. He remembers, she doesn't. And that's that, guys. After that, I want to finish King by S.J. Tilley. I started a bunch of books all at one time, and I was just kind of chaotic about it. But I read Nero, and I had a really good time with that one. So I definitely want to finish King. King is Nero's best friend. So this is his happily ever after, and he's murdering somebody, and she sees him, and so he kidnaps her. And that's where we are. Next up, I have The Enforcer by Avery Keelan. I'm a huge Avery Keelan fan. I mean, Offside is literally right there. So this is a college hockey romance series that she is writing. I don't know how many books are out in it. I read the synopsis. It sounded good. It sounded like something like right up my alley, and I would just really like to read it. Then we have Caution to the Wind by Gianna Darling. I am so excited, like so many people on Bookstagram and BookTube and TikTok and all of that, that number one, Gianna Darling is back. And number two, she has finally released this book because she was supposed to release it, I believe at the beginning. Ooh, no, when was it the beginning of this year? I can't remember. No, it was last year. She was supposed to release it. Something happened. Then she got locked out of all of her socials. A lot of stuff happened. And she's back. She released it. I am hearing amazing things about it. And I would really like to read it to kind of like, you know, cap off the end of my year. And then, as you know, I do a book club with my friend Jess from Love to Love Books on Instagram. This month is December, and it's her birthday month. So we do this thing where we pick on our birthday months. And we're going to be reading Pucking Around by Emily Rath. So this girl, and I said this on our live show too, she hasn't read, I can't tell you last time she read contemporary hockey romance, and she decided to pick the biggest one out there on the market. But it does have an audiobook, and we're not doing the show until January because of the holidays, so I've got plenty of time to read it. But I would like to go ahead and read it over my winter break, so I'm not trying to read a 700-page book when we're coming back and right in the middle of my sister getting married. So, yeah, those are the, how many books is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are the 8 books I would really like to get to. I didn't want to like bog down my TBR with too many books or my hopefuls list because, you know, I don't really like calling it a TBR. There are plenty of other books I'd really like to get to. I'm like looking over at my library book haul, which I did just haul library. I went to library. So I'll link that up there so you can watch it. But yeah, so those are the books I really like to read to kind of cap off the year. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I'm trying really hard, like even though like I have entered a booktube journey, to still kind of just really let myself read whatever I feel like reading, and kind of taking you guys along on that journey. So that's it. Which is crazy because in a couple of days I'm gonna upload a wrap up that's like almost 40 minutes long. I didn't mean for it to be. So, you know, like grab dinner, watch me talk about all the books I read in November. But yeah, that's it for my December hopefuls list, my last hopeful list for 2023. But yeah, that's it. Are there any books that we are like I'm trying to read that you loved, or are there any books that like we both have on our list? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you do all those fun YouTube-y things like comment and subscribe. And Belle and I, as she decided to jump down during this outro, Belle and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.